Our first sponsor for the podcast is Inverted Gear. Inverted Gear sells jiu-jitsu equipment. They sell gis, rash guards, shorts, all that cool stuff. They're really cool people, really great customer service. They have a cool blog. Check it out. Go to invertedgear.com. Type in the coupon code SHOWTHEART15, no spaces. You'll get 15% off, and you will enjoy what you get. Our next sponsor is Chimera Coffee. Chimera Coffee is coffee from Dominican Republic infused with nootropics. If you don't know what nootropics are, they're things that help your brain run a little quicker, fire the synapses a little faster, help you remember words better. Just Google it. Trust me, you won't go wrong. It's a great tasting coffee, and you'll love it. Go to their website, chimeracoffee.com with a K, not .com with a K, coffee with a K, and type in the coupon code SHOWTHEART, no spaces, and you will get 10% off. Boom. On today's episode, we talk to Richie Boogeyman Martinez. He's a jiu-jitsu black belt, an avid competitor, and runs a school in San Diego called 10th Planet San Diego. On this episode, we talk about his competition mindset, his physical training, what it takes to become a high-level competitor, and his recent experiences at the EBI competition. He's also a b-boy dancer and has crazy athleticism. He's a great guy to talk to, really friendly person, and we hope you enjoy.
Yo, what's up, man?
Yo, Boogeyman, what's going on, my brother?
Hanging out. What's up with you, man?
Chilling, man. Yo, it's me, and I got my boy Ames on the phone. He's here with us.
What's going on, Richie?
Okay. Hey, hanging out, man. Just, trying to do this damn thing,
Let's get it.
Dude, what is the deal? How you doing, man? How's everything? How's that San Diego weather?
Dude, San Diego's amazing right now. The weather's nice.
Nice.
The beaches are great right now. So, the gym's doing great. So it's an amazing place to be at right now.
Nice.
Oh.
Does the weather ever get nasty over there, man?
To be honest, it really doesn't. We cry about, stupid weather. Like it's not even bad. It's like 65 degrees, and we're like, oh man, it's kind of chilly. It's time to throw on the sweats and the hoodies, and it's not even bad. It's
like a spoiled rich child, right?
That's exactly what it is, man. We're so spoiled out here. It's dumb. So
that is tank top weather up in Jersey, man.
Dude,
I wish it was 65 over here. Yo, San Diego's beautiful. My fiance lived there for like 3 years, so I went over there to visit, and I was running. Like I was taking a little jog at 6 o'clock in the morning. Everyone was greeting me.
Oof.
Over here in the tri-state. We're not used to that, so I'm like, "What do you guys? Are you trying to take my money? What do you guys want from me?" It's just a great place, man.
Yeah, and it depends on where you live at. There's so much areas in San Diego, and some of them are definitely nicer than others. And
Okay.
literally, like around the area that I stay at, like everybody's running in the morning, walking their dogs. It's a super chill spot.
That's awesome.
So it just depends where you're at. But man, like I lived all over the place. I lived in LA. I lived in the Bay Area.
Okay.
I lived in Chicago for a little bit.
Oh, nice.
It doesn't compare to San Diego. San Diego's where I want to live. San Diego's where I want to create my home. So I have to come back.
That's awesome. What made you move over to San Diego?
I was raised in North San Diego, which is like Oceanside area. I was raised there, and I always like living around the city. Kind of Oceanside's like more like a suburbs area.
Yeah.
So I'm a city guy. So when I was gonna move, I decided to make it San Diego just because this is where I wanted to be my home. This is where I wanted to create my gym and stuff like that. And it's near the city, so it made more sense to be here. It feels like home. And it's beautiful. Like, honestly, I can't complain at all over here.
You can't, man. That place is great.
Dude, it's like gloomy and dark in Jersey right now.
Man.
It's that drizzling rain where it's not heavy, but it's just so annoying. Yeah. And the clouds are gray right now. It makes it just sucks the life out of you.
It does.
Right now, we have no life right now. It makes you not want to train. I'm sorry?
It's 70 over here right now. and It's 70. It's what 9:45, right?
Oh my god!
And I'm wearing a windbreaker hoodie and some sweatpants.
And you're probably freezing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and literally, like, I'm looking at my dashboard and it says 68 degrees right now. And I'm like, why am I, like, I'm like, damn, like, you guys are all talking about being gloomy and stuff, but I'm wearing a hoodie and shit's all sunny. Like,
You're driving along the friggin' water and, like,
top down, chilling, listen to good music.
I'm not even gonna say nothing, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm like putting myself to shame. I'm like, oh man.
Yeah. No big deal. No big deal.
Yeah. But dude, man, so let's get into the nitty gritty.
The nitty
gritty. How
nitty gritty.
Man, I was impressed by your EBI performance. I know you lost in the second round. I know you're not excited about that, but how did it feel competing at EBI once again? And how do you feel about your performance?
You know, EBI is my home, so every time I get to, I'm gonna do everything it ever takes to be an EBI. Like, I don't care who I have to go against. I don't care who I have to compete to get the spot. Like, I'm gonna be an EBI. That's my home. That's where I belong.
Who you have to jump?
Yeah, exactly. Like, I will be EBI champion, and I'm not gonna stop until I become EBI champion. That's one of my missions. You know, it's Eddie Bravo's show, and I'm gonna do everything in my power to become EBI champion. You know, so that's my home. There's no way I'd rather compete at. You know, like, I love being in the spotlight. I love being in front of all the crowd. You know, like, I've taken it upon myself to become fan favorite. You know,
yes, sir.
I put it all on the line. I compete as hard as I can, and you know, there's no way nobody can say that I don't go for it. You know,
it shows,
I go for
man.
it 100% of the time.
100%.
You know, and you know, definitely upset that I didn't get past the second round. You know, and you know, but it's only going to get tougher. You know, it's only going to get tougher. EBI is growing, and it's becoming like the event to train for, the event to compete at. So you know, I expect it. You know, I don't expect. I expect it to get harder. So I'm definitely training even more and more and more and drilling more and more. You know, and that's always gonna be it's always gonna be my thing. You know, but you know, my first match definitely you know, I definitely wanted a faster win. You know, but we got put in a really funky situation as most of you guys saw.
Yeah.
You know, it was like a double donkey guard, I would say, right? So
you kind of
and on
go.
And my legs, like my legs were in danger at first. So thank God I'm flexible enough to throw my legs back behind him. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
And that was just a funky position. And honestly, like, it was really hard for me at that point, just because he was sitting on top of me and he was pushing backwards, and his heels were driving into my spine. So I was like, fuck. So that's why I was trying to like a lot of people was like, why were you putting your elbow in? I'm like, no, dude, I was trying to create a frame for my back wouldn't fucking give out, you know? Cause yeah.
And so he felt that, right? He was doing that on purpose?
Oh, definitely. He was driving back, and you know, it was definitely a lot of pressure on my chest, and it was crawling me up because my legs were around his torso, you know, so it was crushing me. So I had to create frames. I had to push him forward, and he was pushing backwards, and I was trying to reverse it by being on top and doing the thing he was doing to me. But, you know, and it was one of those things. The first person who would let go of that, basically like the torso, the legs around the torso, was going to get leg locked.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So many people is like, well, you guys should have stood him up. It's like, well, nobody was going to let go. Exactly. Nobody was going to let go because the first person who let go was going to be the first person to get attacked. You know, so,
to the uneducated, they didn't. I don't think many people realize that. They thought that you guys were stalling, but to the uneducated, like you said, the first person that lets go exposes their legs against two dangerous guys. Yeah,
and you know, like, he was trying to reach back. If he was reaching back, I was trying to get some sort of Kimura.
Yeah, I saw that.
You know, like the hammer lock type of Kimura.
Yeah,
I was trying to get that, and you know, he's just bigger than me, so I wasn't able to manipulate his arm the way I wanted to, you know? Yeah,
that's and he got hip to it very, very as soon as you reached for it, so that's easy. That's an easy one to pull back.
And another thing is, like, the guy, he's known to be a savage leg locker. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm not even trying to give him my legs. Like, I believe he's a 2-time ADCC veteran. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, and both of the times, I believe he won the first match.
Okay.
So Jimmy ain't no joke.
Homeboy's a problem.
Yeah. Oh, he won the Metamoran Challenger. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
The Road to Metamoran Challenger. Like he won that, the heavyweight division. So, so he's a tough dude, man. So I wasn't trying to
play that game.
I was trying to give him something that he was good at.
Yeah.
And it's just one of those unfortunate positions you get caught in, and it happens. But I think you both dealt with it very nicely. And
definitely.
I think creating the scramble in that situation where both guys feel they got to go for it is what solves the equation in that. Like you were trying to off-balance him and sweep him. I know when you first off-balanced him and got on top for a second, I thought that was a great time to kind of let loose and get the legs out, but then he reversed you back. But it's just one of those things.
Away.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I've never been in that position in general. Like I haven't been in that position, so I was kind of at that time it was new to me. You know what I'm saying? I was like, how the hell did I end up here? And I was like trying to deal with it, and it was definitely a confusing situation. But at the end of the day, we ended up going to overtime, which is that's why the overtimes are there. You know what I'm saying? If something's unresolved, if somebody can't get the dominant position that they want to finish, then let's go to overtime. You know what I'm saying? And once we were in overtime, it made it kind of funky because I've been working. I work a lot of overtime rules, like the overtime rules or whatever. So I work a lot of the back defense, and I work a lot of the spider web armbar position. And like the first one, I wanted to write it out with the armbar, like try to get like a bicep slicer or something like that.
Yes.
But I went for the armbar because I thought I had it. It was like. Like I saw the light, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm like, oh, there it is, and like I took the armbar, and I'm not sure what happened, but I think he tried to push off my thigh from the bottom, and it felt to me like he tapped. I mean, I could have been wrong because like everybody's moving. Yeah. Like I felt it was a double like tap, but I should have played it a little bit. I shouldn't. I should have been smarter about the situation. I should have kind of controlled the position a little bit more and kind of like made sure he tapped.
Do you feel he trapped you? Like he, it's not trapping in a bad sense. He trapped you as in like, hey, I'm going to give him my arm, let him feel it, and I know I'm going to escape. One of those like high-level jiu-jitsu tricks?
It could have been, I'm not, other than Leglock, I'm not too aware of his game. I know he's definitely like a high pace type of guy, but I wasn't 100% sure if he could have baited that. I thought I had it. I thought I had it deep, but it could have been anything. Everybody has different mind games in EBI, and everybody goes with different mindsets. So maybe it was a trap. Maybe he's a thick ass legit armbar, and I don't even know about.
Yeah, true. And arm bars are not easy to get by any means when you're going against high level guys. I feel like arm bars. It's a lot easier. There's a lot more manipulation of your own body to escape. Not that you can't get it, but like a choke is a choke.
Oh no. Yeah, and a lot of people let it play. Like they'll let it like run around, in the arm, maybe like hitchhiking and stuff like that. But it was he definitely whatever it was, I wasn't gonna complain about it. I was like, did he tap? And I was like, did you tap? And he said, no. Yeah. I even said it like yeah, I'm like, tap, right? And he's like, no. And I was like, all right, well, I mean, I'm not gonna argue. If he says no, I mean, I believe him. He's always been a nice guy to me, and he's so I respect him. Maybe I they misjudged it, but he said he didn't. So I truly believed them, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, it was my mistake then, that's I saw it. So
yeah, and
so either way, and there's no lie. I mean, like I said, like me and Jimmy go back, so I'm gonna believe the guy. Like I know he's an honest guy, he's a nice guy, so there's no need to lie about it, So
absolutely.
So then So once he chose my back, or like it was his turn to go. Once he chose my back, I was like it might take me a little bit because he's a bigger, stronger guy. But I know I'll get out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I'm not gonna I practice that position too much. You know what I'm saying? Sure. Like I've been practicing it so much that I was like, there's no way. He's not gonna get me here. I'm gonna escape this shit, you know. So
yeah,
so
as you should.
Yeah. So I had, you know, it took me a little bit. So at the second round, he was down by time. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I was down.
You
I
were
was
down by time.
I was down by time. I was down by time, and I was like, shit. All right, so I have to. I'm gonna take the back now because I was talking to my corners, Gio and Ruben, and I was like, what's up to them? You know what I'm saying? Like they know, they see everything from the outside perspective.
Sure.
So I'm gonna see where I should go, and they're like, take the back. So I took the back, and as I took the back, I didn't really have a solid position in that position. So I'm really good at switching from the back to the arm bar.
Yeah.
So, you know, that might have been another mistake because I went for the arm bar and he wasn't going pound to pound. So he wasn't controlling his hand. He wasn't protecting his hand. And as I switched, Eddie said, time. And I was like,
yeah.
I looked at Eddie like, no.
Yeah, I didn't agree with that. I thought that was a bad call by Eddie, but I mean that's a very subjective call. That could have either been yes or no. Yeah. But I mean, again, like you said, you can't complain. You just got to keep rolling with the cards.
Yeah, and I looked at Eddie like I looked at Eddie with the biggest eyes. I was like, no way, like you know, because I felt it was the right, but you know, I'm not gonna sit there and argue with the judges, and I'm not gonna and argue with my coach that is the ref. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
that's true.
that would I'm not. I'm like, all right, Eddie.
And it's arguable. It's arguable that Eddie kind of has to be a little harsher with you, so it doesn't look like there's any bias.
Yeah, definitely. But even if not, you know, like maybe if it was another guy, he would have done the same thing. So I'm just gonna go with it. Maybe he did mess up fast, but you know, you can't go back on a decision. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Let's keep on going. And I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna bitch about it. Let's go. You know. So then he took my back again, and he lasted a long time on my back, maybe like 30 minutes on my back, man. I couldn't get. He had a figure four, and I couldn't get him off, and eventually I escaped, and I was like, man,
let's do or die.
You know, dude, it was like do or die. I looked at my corner and I talked to him, and like I looked like gave him the eye, like, dude, we're down, and they're like, take the back, and I was like, I believe in it. Let's go, you know.
Yeah.
So as soon as he took the back, man, I knew I had to figure four as fast as I could, and honestly, it was there was no way he's gonna escape. It was do or die. I was not gonna lose first round, you know.
Hell yeah.
And when he had my back, I'm like, he transferred to an armbar, and like I said, I practiced that back escape or armbar escape so much that I'm like, I'm out. I already knew I was out, you know. And,
yes.
And I felt good. I felt right, and you know, I was excited to go to the next round, and you know, I was excited that I was able to get that win for sure.
Yeah, man, that was very impressive. Like I liked that you kept facing adversity and you kept coming back from it. Like you said, you thought he tapped, and he might have tapped.
Yeah.
But you could have either lost focus and worried about that call, even though you can't change it, or you could keep going, and you chose to keep going. Then the guy took your back and just kind of held you there for a little longer than you wanted. So now you're down, and you could either choose to like worry about that or keep focus, and you just kept keeping focus. And then the armbar situation where you switch from the back to the armbar, I thought it was good, but you know, again, you had a bunch of things where you could have lost focus and like you said, bitched about it, or just keep focus and keep going, and that's what you did. That's why you won the fight.
Yeah. But you know, like it was one of those things. It's like it was like you said, it was so. I had some weird situations going on in that match, and you know, like towards the end of the match, it was a really emotional match. You know, like for me, like I was like fuck, I was almost in tears, man. Like I was like, man, I needed to win that. Like I needed to win that. Like, and I'm so passionate about my jiu-jitsu that sometimes it does get emotional. You know, like like this means so much to me that this means the world to me. You know what I'm saying? Representing Ten Planet is my everything. You know, so I needed to do good. I needed to do well, and at least win that first match, man. And you know, before that, a lot of people don't know, like you know, I usually walk around like 180-ish. You know, I could be at 170. And Eddie, when I told Eddie about it, he was that I wanted that spot. He said that I was too small for it. You know, and I agree with him because you know there were some big boys, man. and they chose two different people, which was one was Amir, and the other one was Rob for 10 Planet to represent 10 Planet, and Rob sadly got injured, I believe, was not able to do that date. They were asking who wanted it, and I'm hungry as hell, and I'm always gonna want the challenge. And I told Eddie, I want it. And
yes.
like, can you get to 200 pounds? And I was like, I'll do everything in my power to get there.
Yeah.
And actually, when I weighed in on the scale, I weighed in at 200.
Wow.
But I had like my gear and stuff on.
You had
course,
cheeseburgers in your pocket.
Dude, yeah, I had empanadas that day, so
it counts.
No,
but
yeah.
I made it. The next day, I was already at the day of competition, I was at like 195, 194.
Oh, so
so
you're
it's
still
like,
solid.
I mean, yeah. So it was just like food and stuff like that. It was in my belly, water and shit, But realistically, I really wanted that spot, and I told Eddie that I would get to that I would weigh in at that weight, and I did. And, I do what I do, man.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, man. And I was observing how EBI bracketed the tournament, and I like that they did an absolute division where the heavy guys are on one side, light guys are on one side, winner of each faces each other in the finals. Because if you mix it all up, it becomes a little unfair to the much lighter guy, because now he might be facing all these big guys and getting tired more so than the big guy can. So I thought it was very fair the way they put big guys on one side, little guys on one side, and then they meet in the final. I thought that was very fair. I was trying
they put me in the big guy side, so it kind of sucked for me.
Dude, you're a big guy. It's just, there's bigger guys out there.
Bulking season, baby.
Rustam is a big mother.
He looks like a big ass dude.
Yeah. Amir came in as the heaviest. Amir came in at 160.
Yes, he's a big dude too.
And I think the second biggest was the guy that I faced, which was Jimmy. He was 230.
Yeah.
Oof.
So it definitely outweighed me for sure. So
that's a big.
It was kind of fun. But it was challenging, and the training camp was crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like I was training with a lot of big guys, and it was dope. It was one of the dopest camps I've done, and I feel ready. I feel ready for anything that's coming up next.
Awesome, man. Let's move on to your training. Can you give us a little insight on how you were training, how you were drilling, like maybe a little sample of a day where maybe you did positional sparring or you did drills of this kind of number value, or a little sample of
what's the life of Richie Martinez?
A little taste of competition training.
Oh man, my training's kind of crazy because a lot of my guys compete, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I have guys that come in all throughout the day. So my first class is at 6 a.m. 6 a.m. in the morning, every day, Monday to Friday. And those guys, most of them compete. So I have to give them competition level training. I have to drill with them. I have to push them. So that's a tough one for sure. Waking up that early, and then I hang out. I do some stuff at the gym, maybe like do paperwork and stuff like that. And then at 10 a.m. that's a different training. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I teach the 10 a.m. as well. Okay. And the 10 a.m. Consists of mostly MMA fighters.
Okay.
So and most of them have fights, so I have to really put them in that positions, because like MMA positions, like against the cage, like head and arm, stuff like that, just because they have MMA fights coming up, and
that's what they're going to be facing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like jiu-jitsu, MMA sparring. There's no punching, but it's like pushing them against the wall, like more like MMA based jiu-jitsu.
Sure.
That's at 10 a.m. and then I go home, rest for a little bit, maybe eat some food, watch some TV, usually videos. To be honest, I'm usually watching like a lot of videos and stuff, like mastering the system. I watch a lot just because you go, man. Like that's one thing that I like about mastering the system. You go back like 5 years back, and these techniques that you don't even remember, and you're like, what the hell? Like I don't even remember that. And
what he's talking about is mastering the system, because we can't hear you that well. That's why I'm repeating it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, mastering the
system.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's Eddie Bravo's like little. What would you describe that Eddie Bravo's kind of little show he puts on?
Yeah. It's kind of like he shows techniques and stuff like that on there. It's an awesome thing to do. Yeah, man. So I get stuck on watching that all the time.
Okay.
So So yeah, I watch that usually during the between classes, and then at 4:30 I have to go back to the gym.
Yeah.
So yeah, we go back to the gym. I teach another class, which is for that class. I really don't do too much with them. It's more like my beginners class.
Yeah.
The 4:30 class.
Just teaching,
and
just
then,
coaching.
Yeah, just coaching. So then at 5:30 we either do strength and conditioning or wrestling. So we switch off days. So Monday, Wednesday, Fridays is strength and conditioning. Tuesday, Thursdays is wrestling.
Yeah.
And then my main class is my 6:30 class. And now we go all out, no matter what. We drill hard, we roll hard, like throughout the day. And then that finishes like around 8:30.
Okay.
Go home, eat some dinner, go to sleep, wake up at 6 a.m. again.
Ooh.
Yeah.
What time do you usually knock out at?
I usually knock out like at midnight or something like that.
Oh,
I suck at sleeping. Yeah, like the worst thing I have, like the worst thing I do is sleeping, man. I suck at it so bad.
Yeah.
Like
I could teach you some
tricks. I try to sleep so hard, dude. I try to sleep so hard. I do everything. I meditate, anything you want, and I just can't go to sleep.
No
It
kidding.
sucks.
Yeah, man. When I came and visited your academy, that's the class I took, that 6:30 class, and it was packed.
Was it?
Man, it was packed. You have some good students, man. I have to say, really good
Thank
students.
Thank you. Like, yeah, we have about, like last night we had 45 people in my class. You know, like so every time we have high numbers. You know, like from last time you came, though, we already expanded. Like we already expanded from that, so we have more room to train in and stuff. So
awesome, man.
I feel every week I'm getting like extra people in this.
Yeah.
Man, we're blowing up. Everybody's really dedicated and everybody's pushing really hard.
That's
from
good,
a coaching
man.
standpoint, right? You're everybody's coach, right? Does it get hard to coach so many guys, especially when you have more and more newcomers coming in, signing up, white belts, brand new to the game? Does it get hard to? Do you feel like you only have a certain number that you can keep in your head, and those are the amount of people you can coach? After that, you gotta kind of forget about somebody to add somebody.
Not necessarily. Like we kind of have like a little system. You know, I have my higher level guys, and if they see somebody struggling with the move or something, they'll stand up, they'll stop training, and they'll go next to the guy next, and they'll start helping them out.
Yeah.
My guys are really educated and really really helpful to everybody else, man.
Man.
Honestly, with that, I couldn't do it without the team that I have. You know, the guys that I have, my higher level guys, I couldn't do it without them. You know, they stepped up to the plate when they had to, and man, we've been blowing up ever since, man.
That's awesome,
nice, man.
That's when you know you're becoming a great teacher, is when the people that you've been teaching could teach.
Yeah.
You know, when the people could teach your passion, the thing that you love to do. Because I come from more of a strength and conditioning background, and same thing. Like we have packed classes. Sometimes like it's good to have people that know what they're doing to help teach out like the newer people to show like it really gives like a family kind of feel,
yeah,
right?
Definitely, man.
Yeah, definitely. And to be honest, like for me, like I say it like this, like if somebody comes from like the street that never done jiu-jitsu in their life, that never faced jiu-jitsu or even knows what it is, and takes my class, they need to know I need to be able to teach them, right? If I don't teach them, if they don't go home learning something, then I'm not doing my job.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I'm getting paid for nothing.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah, man.
So my mission as an instructor is every day, no matter what I teach, everybody at least needs to know the concept of it. You know what I'm saying, or understand it.
Yeah,
that's great.
We do very similar things when we have new students at our academy here at Subforce, and I know a lot of times what we do is instead of tailoring the whole class to a new person, we keep the class the way it kind of is. Like if it's a fundamental class, normally we have them come to a fundamental class, but we normally have either myself or Marcos kind of giving them a little intro, like giving them their own like techniques to drill and just teaching them concepts as the class goes on with their partner. And normally we take another new person as a partner. Do you guys do anything similar, or do you have them jump into the class?
I definitely don't like make them jump into the class, but say I have like 2 purple belts, like I'll pair them up with the purple belts so they can help them out. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Like it's usually the easiest way to go about it for myself and in my school. You know, I do have a lot of white belts. Like we have white belts. We have a brand new person every day in my class.
Yeah,
that's
so
crazy.
It's definitely like sometimes even more than that. To be honest,
that's how you make that money.
That's how I try to make that money, man.
Dude, if you don't have any white belts in your school, you're not making any money. That's the reality of training.
Yeah. definitely. I definitely have a solid white belt base, but
Sure.
but all my guys, to be honest, like they're stepping up, man. Like I'm getting a lot of like my purple belts and my brown belts, man. Like those are like some of my main training partners, and then other than my brother, of course, and stuff. But those guys are pushing it, and are people always kind of like, so you train with like brown belts and purple belts and your brother basically, and I was like, yeah, but you never roll with my brown belts and my purple belts. My brown belts and my purple belts are nasty. They're nasty. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they're nasty. I've rolled with a couple of them.
Yeah, so it's definitely they definitely push the pace, and I train with Gio as much as I can, and of course I go to Eddie once a week, twice a week if I'm able to, and I constantly train. I train with a lot of guys over here. Like I cross train with like 99, which is Eduardo Teles and stuff. I cross train with them a lot.
Nice.
So those guys are beastly as well.
He's legend. He's a legend.
Oh yeah, definitely. There's a lot of guys that help me train, man. Like I don't know if you guys know Kong. Kong, he's a Barry Yoshida black belt. He's like 320 pounds.
I think I've seen him on Instagram.
320.
Yeah, that guy's a beast, man. He's like a power lifter. Like that guy's nasty.
So why do they call him Kong?
No.
Yeah,
it makes sense. I was like, Kong, that's a badass name. He should have that name.
Yeah. Nice, man.
So there's a lot of people that train, saying, and there's a lot of like MMA fighters in my gym, and I cross train with them a lot, like a lot of wrestlers. So
yeah, man.
The training over here is solid. It's definitely solid over here,
Yeah. As far as speaking of MMA, you gotta hit up SureDog.com, email them, and say, listen, guys, you gotta correct one of my submissions, because I was just checking your MMA fights out again. And
they're all Japanese necktie, but this motherfucker didn't put Japanese necktie, right?
Yeah, what's up with that? They put rear naked choke.
Tell them why you're mad.
Yeah,
Tell them why you're
right?
mad.
Motherfucker's drunk up there.
You know what? Because it looks way better in your record when it says the first 3 wins of your career are by Japanese neckties.
True.
That makes it look solid, right? Yeah.
Hell yeah, man. Somebody's screwing up over there. Somebody is screwing up. Over there.
There's someone hating, man.
So
I'm definitely gonna email them. So.
Dude, your Japanese necktie is legit. They gotta start. They gotta start calling it the Boogeyman or something, because it's legit.
All right.
When I rolled with you, I felt it, man. I was like, my head was about to pop off.
the boogie choke.
Yeah. Dude, my head was about to explode.
It's one of my favorite. It's one of my funner submissions. Like I have fun doing it and stuff.
Do you? Because I didn't have fun being in it. So, what is your? Let me ask you. What is your favorite submission? Talking about the Japanese necktie, something you get often. Is that your favorite submission? Or do you have another one?
Nah, it's not even my favorite. Like, to be honest, it's not my favorite submission. Like I like anything out of the rubber guard. Like any submission I get from the rubber guard, I love it. I have so much fun playing rubber guard, and people are getting better at escaping it, especially if you're like a little bit stronger, you can burst out of it and stuff, But I definitely love playing rubber guard. I love that scenario, But like I could play either, like I could play bottom, I could play top, like like for me, my mission is to be able. My favorite submission is submission. You know what I'm saying?
True,
like,
true.
I don't care. I just want to get a submission. Like, just give me any submission. I love it. It's my favorite today. You know. So
your favorite submission is whatever the best option is at that moment. Period.
Exactly. Like sometimes I get stuck playing like top, like Darcy's and Japanese neckties and stuff, and sometimes I get stuck playing like bottom, like I start doing triangles and stuff. Like, damn, I didn't even know you had like armbar from the guard, and I was like, nope. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like one of those scenarios. It's like I just get stuck on my moments. Like my days are different,
like mood swings.
Tournament. Yeah, there's tournaments and all I'm doing is just throwing leg locks, and I'm like, oh, what the hell? I don't even throw leg locks. What am I doing? So,
Dude, it's funny because when like I said, when I trained with you, when I came down, I think I rolled you first, and then we slapped hands.
Yeah.
And you were on you were playing guard, and then I think I kind of went into your closed guard somehow. I don't even know if you pulled me into your closed guard, and immediately, without hesitation, boom, rubber guard, boom. You put me. I think you put me in like an omoplata from rubber guard, but it was a submission, I believe, that I cut up for our Instagram of you. getting at EBI.
Oh yeah. It was more like yeah.
And I'm like, what an idiot! I'm such an idiot. How do I not do my research and think about it? Like, don't step into his closed guard. What are you thinking? It was really funny to me. It was cool to experience it because that's what you're known for. But it was just
Definitely.
I'm an idiot. What are you doing?
But it's crazy. Like if you start looking at like all my submissions, like I pretty much finished with like everything. Like there's not one thing that I'm like I get like people are like, man, you're known for your Darcy. I'm like, yeah, I guess. And then people are like, you're known for your
rubber guard.
I'm like, yeah, I guess. They're like people keep on telling me I'm known for certain things. I'm like, I guess. I just say yes. I just go along with it. Yeah, whatever you say. Like, you know, like believe that, then I'll get you in my Darcy or something. You know what I'm saying? Believe that, you know.
That's a sign of a true jiu-jitsu player. Like you do it all. You don't just focus on one thing. You kind of let things happen the way they happen, enforce your game, and get a submission. Like you're good at every submission from every position. That's how we all should strive to be.
I definitely try to be, you know, because, you know, a lot of people, there's a lot of footage of me out there, and I don't mind that, so I have to constantly be switching it up.
Good point.
If I get stuck on one thing, man, people are going to know my game, and I'm trying to, like, people could study me, and then I'm still going to submit you with something you didn't even think I was going to throw. You can try to practice for me. If you're defending something, I have something that I'm gonna do that's gonna ponder that, you know. So
and when you're known for multiple things, like the guy can't just worry about one thing. He knows, oh shit, all right, Boogie's got long arms. He could get that Darcy. He could get that Japanese necktie if he's passing. I know that he could fall for a leg lock at any position. I know if he's playing guard, he could pull me in rubber guard and destroy me. But I also know from his back he can pull an armbar, or he could get to my back and get the choke, or he can get leg locks. Like now it's just harder to prepare for you when you've
and that's to be honest, that's my main goal, man. You know, I've been known to get stuck on certain moves, and I'm trying to be EBI champion. I'm trying to be ACC champion, and be one-dimensional or just having one thing is not going to get me there. I need to get it all.
Yeah,
you know,
always evolving.
So if you can choose from being a millionaire or being the next EBI champion, which one would you choose? Oh, snap.
Oh, shit. Hold on. How many millions?
Just 1 million.
1 million.
After taxes.
1 million?
After taxes.
1 million? I would be EBI champion.
Yeah, my man. Okay, 10 million.
Oh, see, that switches it up, bro. Like, you know, like
you could buy him, but
with time, I would be EBI champion. Like, I don't mind, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you could be EBI champion this time. Give me my 10 million. We're gonna train a little bit. I'll be back next year. You know
we
what
out.
You could buy EBI with 10 million.
I know, right? Oh, I don't know. It's getting to the point that might be hard to buy for just 10 million, man. You know what I'm saying? Like,
true.
It's gonna get, like, honestly, like, I think EBI is just like about to blow up right now.
It is blowing up.
It blew up already.
Yeah.
They just think it, like, people think it blew up. Not yet, man. It's about to.
You know
it's about to blow up.
You know how? Because you were there competing, and I was home watching. You know how convenient and easy it was to turn on my Apple TV, something I pay for monthly, or go to Fight Pass on my Apple TV, something I pay for monthly, and just go, boom, EBI, done. I don't have to go online and register for all this shit. It was so convenient. The fact that it's on UFC Fight Pass is amazing, and it's only going to make things better.
Dude, it's a beautiful thing, man. You know, and it wasn't only on that. If you don't have Fight Pass, you can pay $10 on pay-per-view.
Yeah, Dish Network,
watch it on cable TV. Yep, Dish Network. There you go. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, like honestly, Eddie Bubble is doing it correct. He's freaking a genius when it comes down to this, and it's only the beginning, man. This is the first like big show that was actually like on national TV. You know, so.
For everyone to watch, right?
So you could say you're a pay-per-view fighter at the end of the day.
No big deal.
Of course, I can.
You better add that to your Instagram profile.
Right? Yeah. Definitely.
Mayweather, move over, man. We don't care about that 50.
I know, right?
Dude, I got a technical question for you. Okay.
Anything. What's up? Let's go.
Darce talk. All right, Darce chokes. Why? Okay, not why, but. Would you prefer a Darce choke over a Japanese necktie or the other way around, and why?
That's a good question. for me personally, I'd rather go for the Japanese necktie because it's more of a choke, I guess. And Darce could become a choke, but it could also be a crank, especially because you have it tied up kind of like that figure four your arms.
Yep.
So I'd rather get the pure choke. I like choking guys out.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
So, but I'd rather go for the Japanese necktie because if they escape that foot, then you could just escape the Japanese necktie, you go straight to the Darce.
Okay.
So it's kind of like, you know what I'm saying? It's like if I can't finish you with the Japanese necktie, go straight to the Darce. So I'm okay with that, you know?
But if you can't submit it with the Darce, is it easy to go to the Japanese necktie for the people who don't do those submissions?
Not as easy. You can, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's not. It's much easier going from Japanese necktie to the Darce.
Yeah. Nice, man. Thanks, man, because I need that. Because I'm a big Darce fan, huge Darce fan.
Yeah.
And I really want to get into the Japanese necktie, like literally because you're pulling it off so frequently, especially in your MMA fights. And I felt it.
Yeah.
It's just, it's terrible. And
it's powerful for sure.
Yeah. So what about going in with that, keeping that same concept? How about throw the Anaconda choke into that mix?
See, for me, I'm not really an Anaconda. I'd rather go for the Peruvian necktie.
Okay.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
never
Like,
had luck with Anaconda chokes, man.
Yeah, I never throw them. It's just it's basically like a reverse Darce from like it's weird. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I just don't. I'd rather just be on top right there, getting my arm in, getting the Darce, going Japanese necktie, or Peruvian if you get turtles up. You know?
Yeah. Peruvian is deadly. Somebody that's good at a Peruvian is deadly.
Yeah, Peruvian. I don't catch them as much, man, but they're definitely there if I need them, you know?
Yeah. I was going to ask you as well. You were going to say something?
Yeah, I got a question.
Yeah, go.
Richie, I'm coming from like the newbie.
He's a blue belt.
standpoint.
He just got his blue belt.
No big deal.
Oh,
But
congrats.
Thanks, brother. Do you have any tips or any kind of thing for anyone that is starting at the newer level on what to work on or things that we should be doing at this point?
Don't answer that because he's a blue belt. Let me ask the questions.
I'll wait in the back.
I would like personally, like for me, like my guys, you know, everything I feel your instructor teaches you at this point is real crucial for you to like think in. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So I say show up to class as much as you can and stay hungry and take notes. Like, you know, like if you can't remember something, take notes. Everything you're learning right now, it's important. You know, suck it in. Suck it in as much as you can and drill it as much as you can. Drill nonstop. You know what I'm saying? And everything right now, everything at white belt, blue belt, it's crucial what to learn. You know, especially you know, like defensive wise. Right now, you have to be the best defensive guy you could be. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to be the master at defense. You know, like if you're not defending right, you're not going to go to that next level. You know, you're going to be getting smashed by everybody. You need to get good at defending, you know? So that's a big tip for whites and blues.
That goes along with what I always tell everybody. And I use that advice for myself because, you know, of course, I have an instructor as well. And Marcos, trust your professor. Trust your instructor. Trust your coach. Trust them with the knowledge that they're teaching you. You're going to them for the knowledge. There's no need to seek it elsewhere unless you get to a higher rank where you go from being just a student to being a student and a training partner, a peer. But until you do that, there's no need to go elsewhere. You're only flooding your mind with too many things. And as we know, when you're in jiu-jitsu, when you're training, you don't have time to be thinking through this long list of techniques to pick from. You just got to activate plan A.
Definitely. You know, and a lot of people, like, you know, you go and you drill in class, like, and then you go home and you don't do nothing. Even if you're bored, if you're just chilling, study. You know what I'm saying? Like, go online, look at some videos, man. Like, or read what you wrote about your technique. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's true.
Do something, man. You know, so you want to be good. If you want to be good, take it to that next level. You have to study. You have to take that. You have to get that extra credit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Be that extra credit, you know, be a geek, be a nerd about this, you know, like, like to me, like me and Gio, we were like that. We were like those basically like those teachers' pets, you know what I'm saying? We were trying to be, you know what I'm saying? Like you have to be like a real student, you know, like you have to really go in there and you really have to pay attention to what your instructors are saying. You can't be laying on the mat, not paying attention, like, kind of giggling, talking to your students, to your friends. Like,
don't be that guy.
You have to be. Don't be that fucking guy,
yeah.
man. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, that's. It's cool. A lot of this really translates. Everything that you said, we could say too in the strength and conditioning, like in weightlifting or in powerlifting. Same thing. Come in every day. Be consistent. You're gonna get strong every time you come in. So don't worry about being like the strongest at the end. Work on what you could at the moment. And same thing, right? Bring a notebook, take notes, because that's kind of like a diary of your life, of your whatever journey you're on. You could take a look back. You could look back like, man, I used to lift like 135 deadlift. Now I'm at 225, but you wouldn't know that unless you wrote that down. So it's cool how all this like translates, and it really works all together, all these principles and philosophies. Especially
if you have a bad memory, man. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, man, I got the worst memory.
I wonder why.
The funny thing is, a good memory is good for making gains in your technique, gains in your thing, whatever. But a bad memory is good in live training. When you're actually like, if somebody puts you in a bad mood, forget about it. It's done. You got out. Man. Don't harp on it. Like,
don't dwell.
Like we talked about with you in EBI against in your first match. You can't harp on the past that just happened. They always say in basketball, the best shooter is the one with the shortest memory. You got to forget about that miss in order to make that next shot.
That's true. That's true, man.
You have to keep on going, man. Especially when you're in especially if you're like competing or in a competition. Doesn't matter what it is. If something doesn't go your way, you know what I'm saying? Like, you just got to keep on going. There's people even in IBJJF, you want to compete in IBJJF, somebody gives you a bad call and gives you give the other person an advantage point or gives you a negative point. Dude, you can't be pissed about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, so many people, even in IBJJF, getting mad because they didn't get a call or something like that, and then they end up losing, or they end up losing because of that situation. Dude, snap out of it, dude. You're still competing. You're in the competition. Stop dwelling on stupid shit and just fucking keep on going,
Preach. Sure. Yeah, man. Don't dwell. There's no point. You got to have, it really comes down to your mentality. Do you have a positive mentality where like, no matter what, I'm going to overcome and get through whatever I'm going through right now? Because the only thing that you could really focus on is what you could do, not anything outside of that. Not the refs, not the other coaches, not your opponent. It's just, what can you do at that moment?
Exactly that, man. So there's that, and then just fucking grind. Stop bitching about
Stop being a bitch. Real talk. Man. Man.
I get a lot of people like, I'm sore. I'm like, I have a really good relationship with my students. And even if you're new, I'll hit you up. I'll call you. I'll text you. I'll do something. I want to know why you didn't make it. Maybe you're sick. Maybe your mom got sick.
Yeah.
Maybe you got in a car accident. You know what I'm saying? And this stuff never said unless you fucking ask. So I like asking my guys. I like reaching out to my students, like as a coach, as a friend, as a mentor, whatever you want to call me. I want to reach out to them and see what was wrong and if they're okay. Maybe they were having a bad day and I want to, maybe they need somebody to talk to. So I definitely reach out to them. When you tell me that you're sore and that's why you didn't come in, dude, come on, dude. Are you fucking kidding me, dude?
Damn, dude, he's calling on his students. I've been sore since I was a white belt, and I have not stopped being sore since I was a white belt.
Yeah,
like y'all need to stop, And I'm talking about in general.
Yeah, stop playing.
I see this all the time. It's like I see people. It's like they don't they're here, they're there, and it's like, dude, why didn't that person go? Like, not even my own students. I have so many friends. It's like, I'm not gonna train today. Blah blah.
Yeah, I know.
Dude, are you kidding me? Like. No wonder you're still a purple belt
that's
after
true.
10 years. Stuff
yeah,
like that.
Man.
Like that's the kind of stuff that's gonna hold you back, man. Like taking it upon yourself to get it in there, man. You're paying for this, and you know what? You're paying for this, not me. I'm not paying for you to train there.
Yeah, true.
Take advantage of your money, man.
Yeah.
Don't waste your money. Take advantage of it. Get in there.
Yeah, don't work on your feelings, man. A lot of people work too much on their feeling. Like, oh, I don't feel good. Oh, like the weather could change, especially over here in New Jersey, man. It could get rainy. Oh, I'm just gloomy.
I'm tired.
This isn't right. I'm gonna sleep, man. You can't. If you want to be the best, these are for the people that want to become better and be the best. You got to come in, man. No matter, because you'll always feel better no matter what. When you train, I've never heard anyone post training say, "Oh, this was a bad idea."
Unless they
you always feel great after you train, man. Always, 100%. Always.
and us as coaches, we, you know, like when you coach, you have to motivate people. You have to know how to motivate them, you know. And it's like, and sometimes, you know, like before when I had smaller classes, I saw it. You know what I'm saying? Like it'd be like I have a 8-person class, and then it's like 2 people are gone, and then it's a 6-person class. I'm like, oh shit, am I doing the bad thing? Am I doing it wrong? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
true.
Like, you know, but now I don't see it as much. Now I have like, say I have 45 students, like one person's missing, I have 44. I don't really see it that much.
Hard,
but
man. It's hard.
I definitely, it's definitely hard to keep touch or try to keep track of who's not there. But I make sure I do, man. I go back on the pictures. As coaches, man, you have to be able to motivate, man. So I go back and I look who wasn't there. If I see one guy that wasn't there, I'll be like, hey, man, like, you know, are you cool? It's like, oh, shit, you noticed that I wasn't there. It's like, fuck yeah, I did.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, I tell my students every day, like, without you, your teammates are not getting better. Yeah. Without you, I'm not getting better. So make sure you stop being selfish, because as much people say jiu-jitsu is a one-man sport, man, without your team, you ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying?
The atmosphere your family creates. You could see
definitely,
that.
Definitely. So it's like, so if you're not making it to class, man, you're not helping your team get better, man. You know, and I know that coaches will back me up saying that, man. If you're not there, your team will not get better. So that's the reason why I push my guys to get in there, not because of me, not to grow numbers, not to make my school better, but to make my students better, to make your teammates better. And that's the reason why I push.
One thing I always go by, and I try to tell people, guys, if you're tired, if you're sore, and you don't want to come in on a Thursday night, just come. Like, even if you're tired and sore, just come in. You don't have to train at full capacity every night. Just come in and train lightly. You know, just work on your defense that day. Just, but come in and roll with everybody. Give something of value to your training partners, even if it is like you just working on defense, or you just kind of laying back and rolling for like one technique only. And you don't care if you get passed. You just want to get that one technique out, that one escape. That's beneficial. And yeah, you don't have the energy to go 90%. That's cool. But just make it in the gym
and check that off.
And just mark it off.
But you know, sometimes I do understand when people are actually sick, or like, you know, or have homework. Because I have a lot of stuff, have homework or work. Dude, that's totally understandable. But when it's just a bullshit excuse, man, like, you know, do you really want to get better? Like, you know, like, do you really want to succeed in this? Because, you know, like I said, like, I give this my everything. You know, I'm so passionate about my jiu-jitsu. I'm also passionate about my teaching. You know, so it comes along. So when they're not in there, I'm like, dude, what are you doing with yourself? Man. You know, like, come on in, get in here, like. So it goes along, you know. Like, I'm definitely like passionate about this sport for sure.
And that makes a difference when a student is about to get that belt. They're like, because we train a lot with the gi, so we give stripes and stuff like that here. So it's easy to know. Oh shit, I got 4 stripes. The next promotion is for the new belt. So that's the crucial time when you can't be making them. You can't be like saying you're sore. I know you get off work at 5. You better be at practice. I know you're not doing anything, man. Like those are the crucial times. That's what really gets you that next belt.
Definitely, I agree with you 100%. You know, I agree with you 100% in that for sure.
Yeah, it's I really care about the effort. You know, as long as you come in, I don't care what you do. It's there's a thing that I always tell people, and like, well, in my circle. In powerlifting in my circle, when you lift, it's like moving dirt. Some days you have a shovel, some days you have a spoon. So one day you'll be feeling great, some days you'll feel like a spoon and you can't really do much, but you came in and you moved dirt. You know what I mean? You came in, you checked out, you got to roll, you got to be with your teammates or whatever. That experience, that makes,
I dig it.
Right?
You dig it, no pun intended.
That for sure. Hey, what was I gonna say though? I have a question for you guys. What's the next thing for show the art?
Oh, snap.
What is show the art doing? I don't know if you guys get asked any questions. I want to ask.
Oh, snap. Flip it on me.
Good question, Rich.
I just want to know what's next for show the art. You know, I'm one of the sponsors and stuff, so I want to know what's the next big step. Are you guys doing another tournament? Are you guys
what's
going on gear? Are you guys, you know?
Good question, man.
You should have seen his face, Richie, when you asked that question.
Okay, good question. Well, right now we're working on some shirt ideas. People have been asking us for T-shirts and tank tops and stuff like that. So we're gonna put together some shirts. The reason why we put out hoodies first is because we live in New Jersey, and at the time it was kind of cold.
Cold as balls.
But not thinking that like California and whatever people are living in good weather. So now we want to put out consistent like gear. T-shirts, things like that. It's just picking the right logos and stuff like that. Which actually, I'm gonna send you some ideas. Maybe you can help us out picking things.
Definitely. Just to let you guys know, I do love that hoodie. Like I only have one hoodie though. Just saying. But
no
only
pressure.
have one color. But I wear it constantly. I wear it all the time.
Oof.
So you know,
I
another
know,
one would be kind of nice. You know, like a gray one or something. Like,
dude, check
And
your
it feels
mailbox.
nice,
check
too.
your mailbox in a week.
hell yeah. I dig it. I have to say that. Hey, you know what I'm saying? You know, if you don't ask, like, you know what I'm saying, like, it's never going to be right.
That's
so
true.
just saying, just throwing it out there.
No,
but that's dope, dude. Yeah, like, you know, I get excited when you guys put out stuff. I get excited when you guys put out videos, no matter what video it is. Like,
Nice.
I think that's super dope. You know what I'm saying? Like whether it's gear or not, honestly, like I sink it in and I'm like, oh, that's kind of dope. You know, maybe transfer it into no gi or something. Like, but I definitely look it up. You know, like. I always have to be seeing what everybody's doing, you know. It's always like it's always a treat when you get like something funky. You're like, oh shit, that's kind of dope. But like, you know, like it kind of mixes it up for me, you know. Like gives me ideas, and I'll try it when I'm rolling and stuff. Not necessarily teach it or nothing, but I'm like, oh, that'll be sick to like throw at people, you know. So. It's definitely fun for sure.
Thanks, man. And yeah, that's what we're all about. We just want to expose people to more things because not everybody has the time to do all the research. We do have the time, and we're passionate about it. So we want to spread some knowledge to people. And like you said, you're a no gi only guy. You don't train in the gi, but you can look at a gi move and get inspired by it to adapt it to what you do. And a lot of people even people that train no gi only, right? And we put out a no gi move. That move, it might not even fit in your game, but you can be inspired by it to do other things.
True.
So that's kind of what we do, and we're not in it for the like Facebook likes and the Instagram followers and shit. We're just passionate about it. We're just putting stuff out. We don't have a timetable on anything because we're doing it for the love of it. We're not doing it to make that dough. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. No, that's dope, man. But you know, I think you guys have something really good out there, you know, and I think it's gonna blow up a bit more. You know, I think it's a positive thing. And now that you guys have a podcast, you guys get to bring in a lot of different people to talk. I think you guys are doing the right stuff, man. And I think I really hope you guys blow up. And I know you say it's not about money, but I hope eventually it becomes like, man, we're just getting money, and it's not even about that. And I think it's gonna be beautiful when it does, man. Ooh, thank you, man. With the help of guys like you, especially you, man. You've been an advocate with us since we reached out from you, and you're always wearing our shit. You're always repping us. We can't ask for a better person to represent a company called Show the Art. Sure. You're like one of the epitomes of artists. You do so many things in an artistic way. You dance. You friggin' do jujitsu in a flashy. Go for the finish way. You know, you got all this art all over your body. You're very unique. The way you talk, you're very passionate about jiu-jitsu and everything you do. You spread like good vibes. That's what we look for, man. That you're a person that everybody can be inspired by.
Thank you, man. I really appreciate that. And you know, that's what I try to do. You know what I'm saying? I just try to do my thing, and I hope that people love it. But if they don't, you know, I'm still doing my thing. I'm still expressing myself. You know, like
if they don't,
that's always been my mission.
Them.
You know, like exactly, man. Like, you know, I've always everything I do, I put passion behind it, and you know, especially stuff that it's my art, like you said, dancing. You know what I'm saying? Like jiu-jitsu, MMA. You know, like anything I do, I definitely put my all into it.
Yeah, man. You could hear it too when you're talking about teaching, when you're talking about like what you do. You could hear the passion coming out. Yeah. So that's something like I really respect and I admire. So props to you, brother, man.
To close, what's next for you? What's next on the tournament schedule, on the super fight schedule?
So I just did EBI a week and a half ago, and this weekend, this Saturday, I have a super fight now. So, I've been training nonstop.
Is that fight to win?
Yeah, I'm doing fight to win. I got a super fight against a tough guy named Brian Robinson. He's a black belt under Gracie Humata, and he's the head instructor for Gracie Humata and Tanitas. You know, so he's a tough guy. You know, from what I hear, he's a cool guy. So I love giving good matches to great people. You know what I'm saying? So let's go. You
That's
know what I'm
awesome, man.
excited for that. Yeah. I'm all about competition, and especially like challenging myself, and you know, like I haven't stopped because I know he's gonna be a challenge. So I've been pushing myself even harder after EBI. There's been no stop for me, and maybe after EBI, you know, I'll take a little like couple of days to rest a little bit. But I'm back on the grind right after that. You know, we have a couple seminars lined up. Me and Gio do. You know, so that's gonna be fun. And you know, he has EBI 7, so we're gonna keep on pushing for him.
Yeah, man.
You know, for him to do well, whatever, in 45 division, and I know he's really hungry to get that title back. So I know he's gonna be pushing hard. So you know, as for me, like you know, I like pushing myself, but my training camps are also my teammates' training camps. You know, because like I said, I'm not a selfish guy, and it's not a one-man sport for me. I do this for my team as well. Yeah, so if my teammate has a training camp, it's my training camp as well. So I know Gio has that coming up, so we're gonna push really hard for him to get that title back. You know, and of course, you know, I'm gonna try to make it to the ADCC trials in New Jersey. So I'll definitely be out to your guys' place. You know what I'm saying? So I know that would be fun, and you know, like I said, I want to be ADCC champion as well. So I'll definitely be out there pushing hard. You know,
and man, if
what happened?
I was gonna say, if you're definitely come to New Jersey, let me know and we'll try to set up a seminar.
True. That'll be awesome, man. That'll be awesome. But like I said before, like for me, like I'm still young in this game, so every day that passes by, it's me working harder and harder. You know, I'm trying to catch up to these guys that are like 10-year veterans. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So for me, every day is a new hustle. You know, I'm hustling every day to get better, and there's no stopping me. I'm 31 years old. I started jiu-jitsu late in the game. Not too late, you know what I'm saying, but late enough that I wasn't like this 22-year-old prodigy or 25-year-old prodigy, you know what I'm saying? But I'm 35 years in the game, and I feel brand new. I feel young. I feel athletic. I feel energetic, and I'm ready to take it to the next level. So any challenge that anybody has for me, man, just throw it at me, and I'm down to compete at any tournament, any super fight. Yeah, throw it at me, man. Like I said, every day is a new challenge, and every challenge I'm willing to take. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm ready. I'm game for everything, and I'm super excited for this next year, you know, because I know that I'm going to compete a lot, and I'm excited for the year after that, and the year after that, and the year after that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm for sure for anybody that has questions about it. Like I was able to get my IBJJF certification, so I'm gonna do Nogi Worlds this year, and I might do Nogi Pan Amps as well, you know. So
motivated, baby. He's motivated.
So I'm hungry and I'm ready, and it doesn't matter if it's IBJJF, it doesn't matter if it's EBI, it doesn't matter what it is. I'm ready, and I'm ready to compete, and I'm hungry, and I'm ready to show my art, you know.
That's right, that's the mindset of a champion. So, my friend, we gotta go. I know you gotta go as well. Give out your shout outs. Tell people how they could reach you.
Okay, yeah, you can reach me. Usually, like, the best way that people are reaching me right now is Instagram, and it's Boogeyman _PFS, you know, BOOGEYMAN _PFS. And, you know, I want to give a big shout out to all my sponsors, you know, Bainlinks, FC, you know, always with the freshest gear. Of course, Shoulder Art. Make sure you guys like them on Instagram. Of course. And you know, I have layout outfits, you know, on it. Make sure you guys get that supplements going and stuff like that.
We take on it all the time, my man.
Cool. Caveman Coffee. They know better coffee. I know a lot of jiu-jitsu guys are going through different ones, but dude, trust me, Caveman Coffee with that, guys.
Yeah.
You guys can't sleep on Caveman Coffee. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, just if you guys ever looking for me or want to come train, I'm at 10 Planet San Diego. You know what I'm saying? 10 Planet Oceanside as well. You know, with Gio. Just want to give a big shout out to all my team. 10 Planet all worldwide. You know, much love to you guys. Thanks for representing the way you guys do. Yeah, and just big shout out to you know, my whole team, guys. Eddie Bravo, Gio Martinez, and just everybody, guys.
Oos, man. All right, brother. We really appreciate you being
one more.
on. Oh, sorry.
One more.
Let him out.
Sorry, one more. I totally forgot. Dr. Saru, man. Can't get better back, dog. You guys got to look up Dr. Saru, get some stick bag. You know what I'm saying? It's the way to go, guys.
Hell yeah. I've been rocking a Dr. Saru bag for the past 3 years. It has not failed me once.
Nice. Yeah, well, my whole gym is packed up with Dr. Saru and stainless. Like, it's so super crazy. Like, and, you know, so. But, yo, also, one more thing. Other than a sweater, I need a shoulder banner if I could put up on my wall, man.
Ooh.
It's done. You got it, man. We got to make that happen. We got to make everything happen. We got to take over the world.
As we will, man.
That's right, man. All right, man. I'll talk to you soon, brother.
Richie, nice talking to you,
thank you guys for having me, man.
Take care, bro.
You're welcome, man. Peace.
Peace, guys.